show you one of these kits here. So everybody can get one of these. You can get 2 of them if you'd like. Compliments of Miriam Hospital. Thanks, Miriam. So in each kit, there's going to be a sheet, an instruction sheet. So if you want to refamiliarize yourself with the process of using it, you can do that. Every kit is going to have 2 doses in it. The importance of having 2 doses is that 1 dose might not work. Back in 2013, I actually overdosed myself. And it took 7 doses to get me back. So the importance of having 2 with you is long enough for the ambulance to arrive, and then they can begin to administer it, as all EMTs carry Narcan. So what you're going to get, everybody afraid of needles?
So at this point, were you or the person, are they, the lips blue, the fingernails blue, they're not breathing? They have no oxygen at this point, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And after administering rescue breathing, if that wasn't enough to make somebody responsive, if they're still unresponsive at that point, the next step is to use the Narcan.
Okay.
This all sounds like a lot of information, but it's all going to happen in about 8 seconds. So.
It happened really quick, right?
Yeah. And I know it sounds overwhelming, but it's amazing how people can react in a moment of crisis, and that's what has to happen. So we're dealing with intramuscular needles. Thank you, Ray at ACOS, for donating the needles on these. All these kits, by the way, all the different parts of it are donated by different organizations to make sure that we can get this out there. So this is an intramuscular needle. Everybody's ever seen it? This isn't an IV drug-using needle, so if anybody has any concerns about giving this to somebody that may be an IV drug user, it can't be utilized for that. It's an intramuscular needle.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? This goes into a muscle rather than a vein, rather than intravenously.
It's wider.
It's much longer, much thicker, and can administer a larger amount of fluid than a typical diabetic syringe.
So that comes in the kit?
That comes in the kit, yep. So you're going to get 2 needles, and you're going to get 2 little tiny doses of Narcan. It's amazing that this little bottle can actually save somebody's life. And on my desk at Project Weber, people use this. They use it all the time. We are also a needle exchange. We deal probably more heavily than you guys do with the actual IV, currently drug-using folks on the street. And I actually have a line of them behind my desk of doses that were actually used that are empty that people bring them back to me. It's almost like like people would do with beer bottles at their houses. I got all empty Narcan bottles behind my desk. But it's amazing that this can actually save somebody's life. Hopefully you guys will never have to use it, but in the event that you do encounter an overdose, the fact that we actually have this readily available to save a life is amazing. These are pre-measured doses. So this is 1 dose of Narcan. So what you want to do is you want to pop the orange cap off of this and draw up this entire dose into the syringe. At that point, you're going to look.
Can you actually show that? Not necessarily, you don't have to necessarily do it, but just to give an idea.
I will do it right now.
No.
We didn't all use needles? I don't understand. That's just me.
I'm not a guinea pig for this.
I thought we all played. So what you're going to actually do is, there's a little rubber hole here that the needle can go right through. So you're actually going to go right through. You can see the needle comes right up through the vial. You want to keep the tip a little bit lower so you're actually able to suck it all up. And then from there, you're just literally... So you're going to try to get the entire dose. Now, the beautiful thing about Narcan is that there's no damage caused by it. We could all take a shot of Narcan right now and it would not affect us. There's no risk to using it on somebody. Even if somebody was just passed out and you weren't sure and you don't want to, I don't want to give them Narcan, it's not going to cause any harm to the person or to the individual at all, regardless of how much you give them. So rest assured, you don't have to worry about that. So you want to give them the entire injection of Narcan. So intramuscular, anybody have any idea where you would inject this?
Leg,
Arm,
thighs,
Yep.
legs.
Yep, you just got them all. Yep. And this needle, being that it is an intramuscular needle, can go through clothing. I wouldn't try to go through jeans, but it can certainly go right through a t-shirt, so you don't have to worry about ripping somebody's clothes off. And, you're in an awkward situation as it is. You don't need to add to that.
What if you hit a vein by mistake?
If you won't hit a vein if you put the entire needle into them and inject it. If you do hit a vein, it's not gonna cause any damage. And most of all, the person's completely passed out, so they're not gonna feel a thing.
It won't rupture the veins and arteries.
Nope. Does anybody want to play with this for a moment? No, really, is everybody comfortable with that concept of?
So can you say again whereabouts, just show us?
So you want to do it in the upper arm, some muscle. The thighs are definitely an easy one. The butt. And if you had to do it in a calf, you could do it in a calf if somebody had particularly nice calves. So any intramuscular area.
Does it matter if it's closer to the brain or is it closer to the?
Not at all.
Doesn't
It does not matter.
It's